I guarantee that this low budget strategy is something you've never seen before. Let's check it out.
I work hard every motherfucking
What's up guys, I'm the King, and in this video, like I said, I'm gonna go over a low budget Facebook ad strategy, and I guarantee you've never seen anything like it. I always recommend start with Facebook and not Instagram because Instagram is more of a shot in the dark, right? But for those of you that have a low budget, it's a lot harder to test products effectively, and so that's what this strategy is for. So just as a quick summary of how the video is gonna be laid out, I'm gonna show you guys a winning product that you guys can test. I'm gonna break it down into Facebook ads and kind of target a few interests and show you guys exactly how to set things up. And then I'm going to jump into a PowerPoint and explain what metrics you should look for on day 1, 2, and 3, whether or not you should kill or scale the product. So it's going to be heck of valuable. But before I get into that, as you guys know, I give away one free call every single video, and I don't think I've given a free call away to a girl before. And so the winner of this one is Sav. Sav, I don't know your last name, but go to the first link in the description. It's going to be my Instagram. Just send me a DM and we'll Skype. I'll look at your store, help you with ads, help you find products and anything. And of course, if you want to win a call next video, first subscribe. I will be checking that. And second, go to the comment section below and comment Royal Family, because that's what you're a part of, right? I'm not sure if you guys missed it or not, but yesterday I did a live stream in the Facebook. I answered a ton of questions. I was in there for like an hour. It was insane. And so if you missed that, there is a replay in there. So go to one of the links in the description. It's going to be the free Facebook group and you can join that and rewatch the live stream. And there's one more thing I want to mention before I jump into this low budget strategy, and it's a giveaway. So back in December, I did a consulting call giveaway so that anyone who got a consulting call with me in that month, I was going to put into a huge giveaway and pick one person to fly them out and do an in-person mentorship, like all expenses paid, totally free. And the winner of that one, his name was Cody, and it's awesome because literally within a week of us spending time together and me mentoring him, he had his first $1,000 day, which is no surprise. Because when you find a mentor and just soak up everything they have and just go all in, you can definitely make it happen and replicate your success that much quicker. And so that's exactly what I'm doing again. I'm doing an all expenses paid in-person mentorship giveaway, but it's not for consulting calls. Yesterday on the live stream, I launched something called the Royal Council. And what that is of course, there's a link in the description to check that out, but it's a private Facebook group to where every single week I'm going to do an hour live stream and answer questions. So any of you guys can come in there, ask me anything you want, and basically get mentored on a weekly basis. And on top of that, it's limited to 1,000 people. So it's going to be very exclusive to those of you that are really dedicated to make this happen. And so the second link in the description down below is going to be the Royal Council. Go check that out. You definitely don't want to miss it because the 1,000 people are going to fill up quick. I launched it yesterday and there's already over 200 people in, so it's going to be insane. So anyways, guys, that's that. I'm going to show you this product. I'm going to show you how I target it. And I'm going to show you the low budget strategy. So let's do this. And so the product right here is an anti-aging eyelid tape, right? It's super cheap and it gives you an entire sheet of them. And just from the pictures, you can't tell what it does. But so I pulled up like a picture right here. And so basically this is before and then this is after. So it kind of like lifts your eyes a little bit and basically reduces wrinkles and like the effect of aging, right? And so this is definitely for an older demographic, and that's huge on Facebook. I think the older demographic is somewhat untapped on Facebook, so there's definitely a huge opportunity here. So let's get into the ad side of things. And actually before I do that, there's one thing I want to show you is this does have 5,000 orders, which is really good. But when I scroll down here to look at related products, here's the same product for 2,000 orders. Here's the same product for 1,200 orders. The same product for 2,000 orders. Same product for 1,000 orders. So all of it, overall, there's like 10, 15, 20,000 orders across multiple suppliers. So there's definitely potential with this product. So, all right, so let's just dive right in. Of course, I always start with conversions. I'm going to name the campaign what the product is. So I'm just gonna call it anti-aging tape or something like that. I'll just call it anti-tape just because I'll know what it is. And then hit continue. Of course, we always start with website conversion purchase. I don't care if your pixel is gray, red, brand new, it doesn't matter. Always start with website conversion purchase. No, we're not gonna put a custom audience in, but we do want to put the e-packet countries right here. One thing I'm doing in 2019 and on is I'm not doing worldwide anymore. If you guys are familiar with the old strategy, is I'm doing e-packet countries. And so basically it's high quality traffic, like much higher quality buyers. And so how you find that is just go to Google and search up tier 1 countries or e-packet countries, and it'll give you a list right here. And then all you do is you copy this list and then excuse me, and then you throw it into your ads manager. So all you do is hit add locations in bulk, and then right here select countries, and then paste it, and then you're good to go. And this is where common sense really comes in on this product. Of course, we're only gonna do women, but I couldn't see someone under the age of like 30 or 35 using this product. So I'm just going to target the age ranges of like 35 plus, because I don't think anyone under 35 is going to start to wrinkle or anything like that. And so it would be wasted money targeting those people. We're going to target women in the age range 35 plus, and I think that'll be very effective. I'll get to the interests later, but uncheck expand interests right here. You never want to have that checked. It's basically Facebook saying, hey, like, let me waste your money, right? And so of course we want to edit placements, never do automatic placements unless it's retargeting. And then right here, you always want to deselect desktop, so you're only targeting on mobile. I've found that whenever I have desktop on, that I get a lot of traffic but no sales. So always turn off desktop. And of course, we're going to do Facebook feed and Instagram feed only, just like that. And then right here is kind of where the low budget part begins. So I know a lot of people preach $50 ad sets, $10 ad sets, and my strategy is $5 or $10 ad sets. But this one is a $3 ad set. Yes, $3 per day on your ad sets. And so, of course, like I said, I'm going to explain more in detail about what metrics to look at after I set up these ads. But this will definitely work out for a lot of you, especially if you're working with a low budget. So anyway, 7-day click, 1-day view always, and that's that. We're just going to hit continue. All right, so here is the campaign. And of course, I just threw a random image into the ad just so we could run it. But here's the ad set that we just made. There's no interest. There's nothing in there. We just basically made the age and the gender and all of that right. And so let's jump into the interest. I'm going to duplicate it and just make 5 interest. Of course, I always start with 10 ad sets. I highly suggest you guys start with 10 ad sets as well, but I'm only going to show you 5 of them. So I give you a fish, but also teach you to fish, if that makes sense. Oh, and one thing that I see that I kind of skipped out on right here was languages. You always want to put English in the languages just so, I mean, you're marketing in English, so you don't want to target people that don't speak it, right? And then of course, we're targeting age ranges over 35. And so we want to target people that are into beauty and makeup, as well as kind of magazines and things like that, like fashion and looking good. Because if you target women, of course, over the age range of 35 that don't really care about aesthetics or sexual appeal or how they look or anything like that, then it's kind of pointless. And so we want to target girls who kind of want to fight the aging process and look younger. So that's what we're working with here. And so if you guys aren't familiar with the beauty niche or makeup niche or anything like that, first things first, and this is how you do it with any niche when you're targeting it, is just go to Google and then type in the niche plus brand or niche plus magazine. So let's just search makeup magazine or beauty magazines. Okay, so we just pulled this up and there's an entire list right here. And so I'm just gonna jump right in and I'm just gonna target one of these. So let's L, E-L-L-E, sure. L magazine, okay. Oh, that's a lot bigger than I expected. That's 12 million, that's awesome. My prime range is between 1 and 20 million. But what I'm gonna do also is I'm gonna narrow down by engaged shoppers. I typically don't narrow down by engaged shoppers unless the audience size is over like 10 or 15 million. And it's showing a bug right now that after I narrowed it down by engaged shoppers, it's showing less than 1,000 people, but I promise you that's just a bug. Facebook's tripping sometimes, so don't let that phase you. If your audience size like this one is, I mean, this is huge. If it's over like 3 or 4 million on its own, the narrowing down by engaged shoppers is not going to affect it that much. So don't worry about that. But that's all we're going to do for ad set number 1. So I'm going to scroll to the top and I'm going to name it L. And of course, I'm just going to hit publish right here. Okay, and so like I said, I'm going to give you guys 5 interests to work with here. And so we've got 1 here. So I'm just going to hit duplicate. And then right down here where it says number of copies, I'm going to type in 4, so that gives us a total of 5. So now I'm going to go into these one at a time and find a suggested interest to work with. And I promise you, as simple as I'm doing this is exactly how I do my own targeting, is I don't overthink it. What I do overthink though is my ad copy and my product and my video and my overall marketing. But you really don't want to overthink targeting. You just want to get it close to the right people and then let your ad and your video and your marketing and all of that find your buyers. So anyways, we're going to scroll down here and then hit suggestions right here. And so so all of these are magazines. And so I'm just going to click the top one. I'm going to do Vogue. And so Vogue narrowed down by engaged shoppers is 5.2 million. That's a perfect audience size. I love that. I don't particularly know what Vogue is. I'm pretty sure it's like a fashion magazine, but it was suggested off of L. And so we're just going to go with it. Facebook a lot of times is smarter than we are, so trust it. So I'm going to name the ad set Vogue right here and then go edit the next one. Of course, I'm going to hit suggestions, and then these are all magazines. And I mean, these are huge audiences as well. So I think we're just going to do all magazines on this one. Why not? So Glamour magazine narrowed down by engaged shoppers is 4 million people. That is perfect. So let's name it Glamour and then go to the next one. And so we've got multiple beauty and fashion magazines in here. And so I kind of want to hit a different area of people. And so I'm going to go over to Google here, and instead of doing the beauty makeup side of things, I'm going to do like Women's Health magazine and search that up and see what happens. Women's Health magazines. Okay, let's see. It doesn't give us the list like it did before, but it looks like Women's Health is literally a magazine. Food and wine, eating well. So I'm just going to type in Women's Health. Okay, sweet. Women's Health does come up as a magazine with 16 million people. So women's health narrowed down by engaged shoppers comes down to 2.7 million. I think that is a beautiful audience size. So we're just going to name this women's health and then go to our last ad set, which, by the way, targeting magazines in itself is kind of hitting an older demographic because I don't think many people under 30 kind of have magazines. I think it's kind of an older thing to do. I mean, people read books and audiobooks and things like that off of their phone. So I don't think many younger people have magazines these days. So just targeting magazines in general is going to hit an older demographic, which is perfect. And this one right here is Better Homes and Gardens. And so I'm just going to throw that one in there because it's going to kind of hit an at-home type of mom type of person, I feel like. And so I think that could be a good one. Of course, you never know what's going to work until you test it. So I'm just going to throw this in there. Okay, so Better Homes and Gardens, it's a magazine and a TV series. So we're just going to do the magazine here and see what happens. Better Homes narrowed down by engaged shoppers. It's 4.8 million. These audience sizes are great. I think this could seriously be a banger. Okay, so we're just going to select all these that we made and publish them right here. So publish. And so if you've got a very low budget, if you're starting with less than about $500, I would definitely suggest you guys do this. So start with $3 budget, start with 10 ad sets a day, and then I'm about to show you guys a PowerPoint of what metrics to look for on day 1, 2, and 3 to determine what you should do next. All right, so in our PowerPoint right here, this is day 1. So if you have 10 ad sets and they're all at $3 a day, then after 24 hours, you're gonna spend $30. I think it's a solid way to test a product because it's $30 a day essentially. And so after day 1, which is 24 hours, you need to kill it if your campaign average CPM is over $15 or your campaign average cost per unique click, that's what that is, cost per unique click is over 75 cents. All of my winning products have had less than a $5 CPM and less than a 50-cent cost per click. So if you see that your campaign average metrics are over this, then it's definitely too high and you're just going to be wasting money. And if it's below these numbers, of course, you're going to let it run for another 24 hours, but don't overthink it. Just let it run and you only want to focus on CPM, cost per click, and your ROAS. So after day 2, which is a full 48 hours, you need to kill the campaign if it has less than 2 sales. So at this point, you've spent $60, and if it has less than 2 sales, then at scale, you're probably not going to be profitable or it's not going to work out. So you want to kill the campaign if it has less than 2 sales after 48 hours. Or if you just leave the campaign on because it's got 2 sales or more, you want to kill the ad sets that have a cost per unique link click of over 75 cents because those aren't going to work out very well. And of course, if you have 2 or more sales in the 48 hours, let it run for another 24 hours. And then, like I say here, you want to duplicate the ad sets that have sales and narrow down by the platform that got this sale. And yes, you want to leave it at the original budget. You can increase it to $5 daily budget if you want. But like I said, if you have a low budget, this is what you want to do. And then day 3, 72 hours in, this is the moment of truth. You want to kill the campaign if it has less than 4 sales because overall it's not going to work out because at this point you've spent $90. And if you only have 4 sales after $90 spent, then it's probably not going to work out. Of course, if it has more than 4 sales, then you just want to kill the ad sets again with a cost per unique link click of over 75 cents because those ad sets aren't going to work. And so if you have over 4 sales 72 hours in, get excited because you might just have a winner. At this point, you want to begin horizontal scaling to find more winning ad sets. And another thing I mentioned is make sure to kill the product if you aren't profitable. Yes, you may have some sales and you may have winning ad sets, but if you're not profitable after 4 or 5 days, then you just need to move on from the product. All right, so very simple, very straightforward. This is a low budget testing strategy for those of you that are starting with less than $500. And of course, if you have more than that, then you could start with $5 a day, which I would highly recommend. But like I said, this is for those of you that are starting with less than $500. So I definitely recommend going back and rewatching the whole video just in case you kind of missed out on something and you might learn something new the second or third time watching it. So definitely do that. But anyways, that's that. I hope you guys got some value out of this video. Like I said, I'm doing the giveaway this month. So anyone who joins the Royal Council, which will be the second link in the description, I'm going to do an in-person mentorship, all expenses paid. And of course, if you guys have any video suggestions, just go to the first link and send me a DM and let me know like, hey, this is what I want to see. This is what I need. This is what I need help with. And like I said, I do post every Monday and Thursday, so just be on the lookout for that. But anyways, guys, that's all for this video. I appreciate you for watching. Welcome to the Royal family. The king is out.
And as far as I can see, I just need privacy. Plus a whole lot of tree, fuck all this modesty. I just need space to do me, get away what they're trying to see. A Stella Maxwell right beside of me. A Ferrari, I'm buying 3. A closet of Saint Laurent, get what I want when I want, cause this hunger is driving me, yeah.